Temple of the Adversarial Forge, and YouTube. I hope you're having a wonderful evening. You know, I'm really shocked at some of the results of my work as of late. Um, I went from one extreme to another. And let me tell you something. Having too many doors open all at once is just as fucking stressful as having no options at all, guys. This is something I'm learning the hard way. Um, the grass is not always greener on the other side. But, as a result of so many doors opening, I have been relying a little bit more on divination than I usually do. So, I guess with that being said, I'm just going to state that I utilize divination not just as a means to look into the future, okay? Uh, it's more like a means to look into the future so that I know how to change it. I know how to compel the gods to work in my favor. That is normally the approach I do take. I'm not saying everybody does. Um, you know, Psychics make a lot of money just by telling people what they want to fucking hear. Looking into the future, I don't really see that as what divination is really about. When we get down to what divination really is, folks, it is learning the language of the mind. It's learning symbolism, how it relates to the subconscious, you know. So, recently, with a meditation path working with a particular spirit that I work with, I come upon a new project. And that project is to study the language of the mind. Not just really through the symbolism of the tarot or runes or any other sort of divination, but more specifically with um, dream interpretation, dream symbolism. My recent work has led me to this point where I actually want to study the language of the mind in order to better listen to life circumstances, to see if I can't better communicate with life circumstances so that I can compel them through that communication according to my will. Now, I'm not saying every time I encounter something, I'm going to open up a dream dictionary and see what it's trying to tell me. No. On the contrary, what I want to do is better understand those things that jump out at me and catch my attention to see if they're trying to speak wisdom into my ears. Because, life is a process of relating. Everything is in relationship to us. So why not try and build a working relationship with the circumstances in our lives? Why not try and better be able to listen to the things being presented before us on a daily basis? Doesn't this make sense? Now, I know it sounds bass backwards, guys, but in all actuality, this makes perfect logical fucking sense. I'm going to listen to forces outside of myself on a daily basis, whether I want to or not, right? So it makes sense to be able to understand what everything is saying to me. I have suggested this to certain students of mine within the Temple of the Adversarial Forge. Um, I think it would benefit all. I really do. But I don't think it's going to be something of great interest to everybody. However, if you're watching this video and you've gotten this far, I would suggest it, you know? Start picking apart dream dictionaries. Understand the language of the mind, symbols, and how they relate to us. I think this can be a very enriching experience for everybody if they put forth the time. So, I don't know. I just wanted to shoot this video to throw that out there. Um, Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think about this. I'd be interested to hear what you do think about this because it is bass backwards. It really is. I don't really understand where it's coming from, but instinctually, I know that this is going to be a very enriching experience. So, as I gain experience with the experience, I will let you folks know what's going on with it, how it's unfolding, and how it can be put to use within occult practice in a more precise and refined way. So until then, let's see what this brings forth. Let's see how this unfolds, huh? Infernal blessings to you. Devour, destroy, become, or be crushed.